It is June the 29th, 6:18 in the morning. Been at a little bit after 4 o'clock this morning getting some bees loaded up in my trailer, taking them to Sequatchie Mountain. Usually I ain't doing this till about right at the 4th of July, a little bit before the 4th of July, which I mean, it's here now. But them Sourwoods up there on the mountain, they've been blooming for over a week from now. And anyways, I'm getting my bees taken up. I got some of them taken. And I ain't taking them all. I split so hard this summer. I split my bees so hard. Some of them won't make honey, which will be fine. I just had to try to split a bunch to get my numbers up where I want to be for next year, get them through the winter. But I'm taking 6 hives up here. I think it's 6 hives up here to Sequatchie Mountain up here, where I grew up at. And hopefully they'll make us a few frames of Sourwood honey. Hopefully get 3 supers out of them anyways. It won't be a whole lot, but it'll be a little bit. But I mean, I split a bunch early in the spring just to get my numbers up. I think I'm somewhere around 30 hives now. Well, give or take, if all my queens get mated, and return back to the hive, then I'll be all right. But I know sometimes that's not always the case. But anyways, that's what we got going on this morning. I'll catch it back up with y'all whenever I get up here to the bee yard. Get these bees unloaded. They're a little bit upset this morning on that ride, and I don't blame them. show some people how, some people don't know how this exactly works. Now this frame has done been drawed out from a few years back when I've harvested the honey out of it. It looks a little dirty. The bees will clean all that up. And they're a head start. All I gotta do is just clean this wax up and they'll go back, they'll put nectar in it. And they're ahead. But I got one that ain't so far ahead. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I got something to show you. I'm up here at the Burns Cemetery up here on the mountain where my dad and mom and uncles, I got an uncle buried up here, but you see right there. Anyways, a lot of people don't know what sour woods look like. try to explain it to people and they don't know. But I'm looking at one right now up here in this tree if I can get the sun out of my eyes, but I'm gonna show y'all what it is. That's just that tree right there. You can see the bark on it. I keep this camera still. All right. I'll pull that tree up, all the way up. See them blooms right there? That's Sourwood right there. Sourwood blooms. Liquid gold right there. That's some of the finest honey in the United States. Let me see if I can get a... That's what they look like. That's why I got up early this morning and got the bees loaded up to come up here to try to get some of that Sourwood honey flow here. Anyways, there's another tree right over there blooming a little bit. Let me see if I can get my elbows resting here, and let me see if I can zoom up on that. Some of them bloom, got a lot more blooms on them than others, but they're all in full bloom up here on Squatchy Mountain. All right, well maybe that'll help educate everybody on what the Sourwoods are. Some people don't know, but I didn't know what they was either until like one long time ago when me and Daddy first got into honeybees. We just knew people said they started blooming around the 4th of July, and we'd always mix their honey in. But now we try to take and strip our honey off in the spring, and then, or at least I do, I'll strip it off in the spring and then I'll put my supers on again about this time of the year for the Sourwood. But man, it's a little bit early this year. These Sourwood's been blooming for a week and a half. I was working them the other week and a half, the other 2 weeks I was working, had stuff to do, and I couldn't get up here to get my bees out, but we'll see what happens. Them bees I seen earlier at the house, or not at my house, but up there at where I grew up at that bee yard, I videoed them bees. They were toting in white looking pollen. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I think I figured out. I just seen one honeybee on this stuff. Let me show you what it is. I hear one, but that's a bumblebee. You see them things right there. Yeah, they got a lot of pollen on it. That there is what them bees are getting that pollen off of them. Anyways, y'all, right there's a Sourwood tree. That's what we're planning on collecting some honey off of. I just want to show y'all that. Alright, y'all, thanks for watching another episode of Dixon Creek Apiaries. Like and subscribe, it don't cost you a dime. It helps me grow my channel a little bit and show y'all some more bee videos. Something I enjoy doing. Alright, y'all, we're out up here at Squatchy Mountain. Talk to y'all later.